Yes, sir. Episode 82, the Best of Rivals podcast. It's your boy Jay Will. Excited to be back, man. It's been a while. Took a little time off. Obviously, haven't dropped content. Just had to get the mind right. A lot of going on in the world, so had to take care of myself first before I even get back to the project, the Best of Rivals podcast. See what I'm rocking. I got the jersey on. Glory, glory to the Reds. That's how we gonna start this shit. It's been a while, like I said. Have not talked about my prestigious club. We're going through it. I felt like every episode, it was me venting about the state of Manchester United. Going from manager to manager, player to player, buying this player doesn't work out, spending money, things that we did. Didn't really come back from the Fergie days. It's been 10 plus years since we won a title in the Prem. (2026) Manchester United right now going for a Champions League spot. Top 4. Because we playing Carrick ball. Michael Carrick comes in, takes the job away from Ruben. Amarim did not work out. Had a lot of similarities when Ten Hag was in position as manager at Manchester United. So, what is the issue? The issue, obviously, I think, if you look at it from my perspective at least, right? Sir Alex built something that was amazing, and it's hard to top. No one can come in and do what he did. But he created a standard here that needs to be upheld. And the past managers have battled with that because, to me personally, they're battling their ego. It's something I have to prove when I come to Manchester United. Jose did it. Jose Mourinho, one of the greatest managers of all time. We know this. Has won with teams that have been subpar. Has won in basically every league on every level, right? We know this. But he comes to Manchester United with the philosophy and the idea that he's going to change everything. He's bigger than the club. No one's bigger than Manchester United. Start there. No one, period. No one is bigger than the club. But he comes and he belittles players and to the media, which is something that I hate, not a fan of, because it demoralizes someone's ability to play and concentrate. If my coach and my manager is not backing me accordingly, I can't perform. And Jose did that. Ten Hag did that. We had the GOAT come back and grace us with his presence. Didn't have to do it at all. He came back and he was still that guy. A guy's guy. You know what I'm talking about. Cristiano. And we treated him poorly. Ten Hag didn't like him. He wasn't vibing with him. Talking to the media. I can go down the line with players that Ten Hag isolated, talk bad about, and then took it to the media. It's the biggest problem. Is a manager, if you have your criticisms and you feel a player isn't playing to a certain level, yes, that's what you do. You check them. You make them a better player. But you don't do it where it's shameful. Because then I don't know if I can trust you. And he established that. He established that with the GOAT. Cristiano dip. I'm going to be a part of this shit. You boys tweaking over here. You boys don't got it. It's not the Man United that I knew when I came with Sir Alex. And Giggsy was my boy. Keane. Like, that's what he knows. And he comes back to a product that we had talent. And it just didn't work. Ali's the only one who somewhat understood, I'm not bigger than the club. And to date, he's been probably our most successful manager after Sir Alex. If you go look at the numbers, I mean, yes, Jose won trophy, Europa League, but nah. Ali was battling for a prim, not really battling, but we finished second. He understood something, right? Now, obviously, it's not the guy we want to be leading the charge, but he understood because, one, he was a player at Man United, understood the philosophy, gets it. You have to embrace, you have to nurture your product. We probably got one of the best, systems when it comes with young players at Man United. Those academy players, when they come up, typically are pretty good. So you have to hone that. You have to take care of that at home. So you need a manager who understands. Ali got it. Now we're seeing right now, Michael Carrick gets the most. Sir Michael Carrick. Carrick ball. I can finally talk my shit again. God damn. I can talk my shit again. I finally see a vision. Didn't really see it these last few years, for real. I've seen bad United teams, but we had our worst finish ever, like last year. At the bottom of the fucking table. Buying players, trying to make it work, and it wasn't working. And some of that goes with ownership, right? We get new owners. And no state comes over. So how are you spending your money? This is supposed to be something very completely different from the Glazers and what we've been accustomed to. So how are you spending your money? Carrick comes in, looks at what we have to work with. Something that Ruben didn't do. Kabi Mino should not be on the fucking bench. One of your star boys. Everyone knows it. Tired of this burying players because they don't buy into your system. No, sometimes you have to work with them. He starts to play again when Michael Carrick becomes manager. And we start winning. And not only winning, I'm talking about smacking the big heads. Man City, what? Fuck out of here. Arsenal, what? Fuck out of here. Against the big six, the top six, Man United record is crazy. We produce. Like I said, in fourth right now. And the drop against West Ham could have been 5 straight, right? Just lost not lost, but drew. Felt like a loss, right? But drew to West Ham. That's maybe why Carrick won't get the job in the long run, because that is the game. That's the game that everyone's been talking about. When I say the game, okay, cool. We beat Arsenal. We beat City. We're on a run. The thing with Man United over the last few years have been they get comfortable and then lose the fucking game that they shouldn't lose. West Ham is battling relegation right now, and we drew to them. So what is it like? We look deeper into it. Okay. Maybe Carrick's not the guy for it. Carrick's doing an amazing fucking job. Start there. He's doing an amazing job. So maybe is it because we don't have a certified number 9? Sesko has been showing up. Last minute goals. But Sesko isn't a bona fide, for sure, I'm giving you a go. You got this. I think he's quality, a good squad player, but we don't have that number 9. We don't. We got a lot of players surrounding, that area, but not a number 9. And Munoz has done amazing. Like, one of our best buys of recent. Gonna get 10 plus goals in the Premier League for sure in his first season. Clocking out, I can see him getting 15. I think 15 first year with United would be great in the Prem. But we can't rely on him for all our goals. Kuna, phenomenal as well. Great buy. But we can't rely on him from all our goals. We need a number 9. And in the past, like I said, I have to take some time to get things right and get that energy and synergy correct again. And I did some reflecting. I've been very hard on a certain player from the club because I felt like he wasn't, for the amount of shouts that he was getting, and I feel like overpraise, the results wasn't showing. Simple as that. And if you're our best player, quote unquote, then you have to lead by example. And I felt like he wasn't being a good leader. But Bruno Fernandes, this season, I don't think you can say that there's another player, another midfielder, more specifically, that's better than him. He was battling KDB when he was there, but clearly this year, Bruno Fernandes is the best creator, the best midfielder in the Prem. In the world, we can talk about it. I think there are other players as well, but Premier League wise, Bruno has been that guy, and I have to give it to him. Casemiro as well. The ones that I was not a fan of, they've been showing up in these moments. Do I think it's long term, the next 5 years sustainable? No. Casemiro is clearly leaving. I think it's already been announced this is last season with us. Bruno came out prior to Carrick coming over saying that he felt like United was kind of pushing him out. So he feels, I think, to some extent, his stay at United has been, past due. He's been here, hasn't produced, hasn't won much. So why not take that next step? And if you're not somewhere that you feel appreciated, and United has done this to a lot of players, like I said, isolation. I don't fault him for leaving. But does those sentiments change when we start winning, which we're doing right now? Okay, I'm not one of those United fans saying, oh, we're winning the Premier League. No, we're not ready yet. It's baby steps. We're in no other competitions besides the Prem. Perfect. I feel like over the years, the name itself, Manchester United, you know what the fuck it means. Then being involved in every competition and not showing up, that taxes, that weighs on you. So we have a clear vision right now. It's strictly perform in the Premier League. And with that, hopefully get a top 4 spot so we can clinch a Champions League berth. We've missed it. We haven't been there. I want to get back. Carrick is doing a phenomenal job. What he just has to keep, because what we have right now, like the team, the squad itself, it's good. It's good. It's rounding out. And I think the state of the league isn't how it used to be. We don't have a clear dominant Man City anymore. They're battling Arsenal. And this is why Arsenal, you're at a point where the Prem has been at its weakest in terms of like dominant team. You should be going crazy right now. City's always going to be there because it's City. It's Pep. He's the greatest manager of our generation, my opinion. But you can clearly tell this isn't the same City that he had over the last decade. It's a little bit more even now, the playing field. Those assholes go out and buy Semenyo like the rich just get richer. What the fuck is that? City has 2 of the top 3 goal scorers in the Premier League on their squad. Like, how the fuck does that happen? And that's keeping them afloat. They're slowly inching. So, yeah, I don't want to be a part of that shit with them. They can have that. We're going to smack their ass when they see us. We always going to smack their ass. Manchester's red. But do what they got to do with Arsenal while we try to get this Champions League. We starting small. We got to rebuild. We got to go back to the basics. It's a humbling experience. A very humbling experience. Being at the top, losing for so long. Sometimes you got to take a step back, which is why I'm glad we didn't hire a manager right away after we sacked Amarim. It would have been stupid. What are we doing as a club? What is the next? Don't just put a manager in and say, hey, go fix it. Come with your philosophy and we'll... No. What do we really want? And I think this is what this time period is. And shit, if we can fucking go crazy in a moment too and keep this and create an identity for who we are, hell yeah, let's go. I'm all fucking for it. Because we're due for it. I think y'all know it's coming. We've been laying low. We don't talk much. We let everybody else do the talking. But Man United is coming back. You see a lot of those pieces that were lingering, just slowly getting rid of them one by one. They just going down the line, chopping that dead weight, getting it out of there. And that's what we had to do. So much toxic shit that was attached to that. To get to this, we got to keep moving. But I do want to talk about Arsenal. Because this is a Premier League podcast. And, you know, I hate every club in the Premier League besides Manchester United. It's just something about, like, football. And as a fan, like, when you play another club, there is, like, I hate you. And some clubs you hate more than others. So, obviously, you know, City, just because they've been so dominant and they're fake. It's always United, just like the little brother, right? It's just that rivalry. Liverpool, for sure, because they're assholes. You know Todd, absolute asshole, just not a guy's guy. And I love you, baby. Chelsea, just fucking ignorant fucking pricks. The boys, from London, like, fuck out of here. We don't vibe with you boys. No. And you just buy shit. Just buy shit. Buy shit to do shit, and it don't work out. That's what you do. You're frauds. But there's Arsenal. And it's like, take Chelsea and tax it. They both from London. So, obviously, something in that London juice. I don't know what it is. But Arsenal fans are just fucking like pests. Like, I will swat you. You get out of here. You have not won a damn thing. And this is like your golden era and you ain't won a damn thing. And you're not doing shit with it. You are in prime position to take the title away from City. Liverpool did it. Hate to get them fools credit, but when City was City, Liverpool was the one team that you knew that was going to be there right with them competing. This era, it's been City once again and Arsenal. And somehow, some way, City seems to always sneak and take that shit and run to the finish line. Is Arsenal going to let it happen again this year? We shall see. That lead is slowly chirping away. I think it's 57-53 Arsenal. City's right behind them. And this is what Pep does. He just chases you down. It's not looking good for them. And it's not looking good because your top guy has had a decent season, but it's not the Saka that we know. You're still performing, but he hasn't been on his P's and Q's like he used to be at all. And I wonder why that is with Saka, because I think he's a phenomenal player. And I don't think like he's gone anywhere. Still young. I just think this is one of his down years. But Trossard is probably their best player right now. And I don't think that's a bad thing, but it's Trossard. He shouldn't be your best player. Saka needs to step up if they want to win that title. Figure it out. I don't know what you need to do for him to wake him up. But he needs to know that this affects maybe if he even gets called up for the national team. We have the World Cup coming up. And Tuchel's going to select, I would think, players who are playing based on, right now. And I don't think Saka, the way he's playing, is certified that he's going to get that spot with the England team, who are due for a big, big, big World Cup. Been right there on the brink at the doorstep, knocking, but haven't pulled through. But if Arsenal doesn't win this title, if they don't hold on and take it to the finish line, Arteta's gone. He's gone. You don't give him another year. Just don't think he's good enough. I think at a lower club, he would be an amazing manager, but there's certain people can't manage big time clubs. And even though it's Arsenal's a historic club, and with that comes a lot of expectations that you have to hold down. And Arteta, to me, doesn't hold it. He's not. Maybe he needs to go to Spain. I think he would be better off in La Liga, leading the club over there. I don't think his style really resonates well with the Prem. And it is like a little Pep base, but I mean Pep's Pep. and you can't be Pep. City probably is gonna do it though. I just think that money over there is crazy because they will just always get a player in due time. And Holland still leading the league in goals. Don't think he's ever going to slow down while he's there. So they're going to be there. And Arsenal just isn't convincing enough to hold it down. They play Wolves next. Wolves are about to be relegated. They should abolish them. I don't think they will, though. Is this the game? Is this the one we're going to come back to and be like, I mean, shit, it's Arsenal, so they you know what they do. But is this the game where this the one we come back and say, yeah, you fucking suck. Last in the fucking league, the Wolves. Arsenal blows that game. I'm booking the flight to London myself. And I'm going to laugh at them clowns. I mentioned Liverpool earlier, though. And I do want to touch on them. In a very weird spot. They just came off winning the Premier League with Arne Slot. Phenomenal season. Did it again. Like I said, that one club that's been battling City, doing their thing. But this year, they're sitting 6th, right behind Chelsea. Chelsea's in 5th. But they obviously are dealing with the passing of Jota this past summer, which I think is weighing more on them than people really realize. You're losing a brother, a pivotal part of your team, your system, and then you have to go play football again. I don't think people really knew how that was going to affect them. So the fact that they're at where they're at, I mean, obviously, I think they want to be competing for a title, but I think you got to cut Arnie some slack. Real shit. They're dealing with the whole Salah shenanigans. Does he stay with them? Is he leaving? He seems fed up. Like, you don't really know. So there's a lot of interpersonal things going on with them, which I think is affecting their play and then where they're at in the table. But I don't think you sack Arnie at all. And I know they want to bring potential candidates over already. And some clubs have that mentality, right? I think we're seeing it more in this day and age that patience is running short with a lot of these clubs, especially when you got money. And the ownership is changing where it's, a lot of Americans buying as opposed to, the English money who had a different thought process. Americans are, hey, buy, change. It's not working. Okay, we're going to, yeah. But if I were them, I wouldn't do it. Let's see, end of the season, where they're at. Like I said, they're right behind Chelsea. And I believe now with the new setup, with how you select the Champions League participants, it can be like 5 teams, maybe five or six that can be selected from the Premier League due to I can't even explain. Like I have to look at it again, but points and whatever. So if Liverpool gets a Champions League spot again in their down year, while dealing with all that, I don't think you fire Arnie at all. But like I said, we got to see towards the end of the season where they're at. But this season, there aren't really, they're good teams, but it's easy to kind of do what you got to do. I don't think it's not like the leagues of past where you've had 4 dominant teams. No. It's been interesting though, man. The season, I feel like it's came really quickly. Lots going on. A lot of changes. But it's exciting. It's kind of building up for like that last conclusion, that last, that's gonna shake. And I think this title race really can't go anywhere. I don't believe Aston Villa is gonna be there. Don't believe in them. Great team, but like let's be real. It really comes down if like how bad is Arsenal gonna stumble? Are they gonna leave it open where points can be won? We shall see. But this is episode 82, the Best of Rivals podcast. It's your boy Jay Will. Like I said, I'm back here again. Excited. Really, really excited to be back. And just chop it up with everybody. Kind of just give them my thoughts on the game. Like I said, it's banter, it's facts, it's a little bit of everything. A little cool down period, chill period. Just hear me yap. And for those who do support, who have been supporting since day one, 2021, when we dropped this podcast, thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate everybody checking in, asking when was the next episode coming. It's here. Keep going. Keep moving with it too. Won't stop. Can't stop. But I appreciate everything and just gearing up for something great. Like I said, we got the World Cup coming. It's gonna be in America, Mexico, and Canada. Definitely trying to go to some games, get some content. I think it will be exciting. Just an exciting time. And then Premier League gearing up for some great things. We got Champions League play about to start. It's that year. It's that time of the year. And I'm excited to be fucking back, baby. Episode 82. Definitely got to check me out on the socials too. The Best of Rivals podcast. We got Twitter, X, I guess, as they like to call it now, which has changed so much. Before I get out of here, X has changed so much. I remember the days like probably it's prime high school, aging myself here, but yeah, just a free form where you can hop in and out with your friends and just really communicate. A whole community. Now the shit's terrible. Like so many bots, spam accounts, misinformation, disinformation being passed throughout. It's absolute shenanigans. So I post content on there. It's really content. But it's not the same. It's not the same. Like I said, Twitter. None of that X shit. But it's the Best of Rivals on X, on Twitter. The Best Arrivals on Instagram, and then TikTok, obviously The Best Arrivals as well. But yeah, you know what it is. Got that copy mine on. Yes, sir. We are